How can you tell whether proportional reasoning will help you solve a problem?
So grade 7.
Think about whether a problem
So grade 2, we'll start with new lesson. Apply proportional relationships to reasonings to solve problem. I have explained you about the proportionalities since 2 weeks and you all understood well. It's just about applying the same concept to the questions. Look at the first example before we start solving it.
How can you tell whether proportional reasoning will help you solve a problem? Think about whether a problem involves a proportional relationship before you apply your knowledge of proportions and ratios to solve it. So let's see whether you can use your knowledge of ratios and proportions to solve this problem. Deshaun and Stephanie both collect baseball cards. You can see that Deshaun has more cards than Stephanie. The ratio of collectible cards Deshaun owns to cards that Stephanie owns is 5-2. Stephanie has 36 cards. How will the ratio of Deshaun's cards to Stephanie's cards change if they both sell half their cards? How can you use proportional reasoning to compare the quantities of cards?
You know that anytime if I want to compare, I will compare with 1, not with 5. You know it, right? So let's just see how they do it.
Step 1. Draw a diagram that represents the ratio of Deshaun's cards to Stephanie's cards. We know that the ratio of Deshaun's cards to Stephanie's cards is 5-2, and that Stephanie has 36 cards. Use the diagram to find the number of cards Deshaun owns. How many?
The same way, girls. You remember how we used to do? Like for 5:2, the ratio is 5:2. Okay, the ratio is 5:2. It's not like okay, let us continue.
How many cards are in each stack?
Select your answer.
5, 2. So 36, how much? 5 divided by 2 multiplied by 36. Remember how to do it? 2 times 1, 2 times 1, 12. 18 times 5. No, it's not this way. Okay. What is the question? How many cards in each stack? Use the diagram to find the number of cards. How many cards are in each stack? In each stack, we have not.
Since Stephanie has 36 cards, each stack has 36 divided by 2, or 18 cards.
Do you understand this, what he's saying? What she's saying? Stephanie's has total how many cards? 36 cards. It's given in the question, right? And 2 stacks Stephanie has. So if you divide 36 divided by 2, that means it is 18 cards in each stack. So now can you decide how many Dishman has? If one stack, like example, same way. First of all, you found how many one stack has. How did you find that? When 36 cards are present in 2 stacks. So one, how much? It's just an example. Listen to it very carefully. When 36 cards, okay, so 1 is 18. 1 is 18. So 5 is how much? Because I want to find this one cards. It's 18 times 5, 60. 90? No. They did not do here. Okay, just they asked how many Dishan owns. It's 5 times 18. 90, but they did not give us 90. That's what I'm saying.
Stephanie has 2 stacks of 18, so Deshaun has 5 times 18, or 90 cards.
That's what I'm saying.
You can also use equivalent ratios to find the number of cards Deshaun has. Step 2 is to find how many cards each person has after they sell half of their cards.
Okay.
You can represent this in the diagram by replacing each 18 with a 9. So Stephanie now has
half of the
18
cards.
cards.
Simple, 36, half of 36 is 18 cards for she will have, and Dishan will have 90 divided by 2, because half, it's 45 cards.
And Deshaun now has 45 cards. You can use a table to organize the information. After they both sell half their cards, the ratio is 45 to 18. Notice that the new numbers of cards are each 9 times the term in the original ratio.
Same thing I told you in the beginning. What did I say you? That if 5 stacks, 5 is compared to 2, so how much 36 is compared? Do you remember? We did this. How did I teach you? It was same thing. It was same thing that we got 90. So 90 was Dishan's and Stephanie was 18. And half of 90 is 45. Same thing what she said, but our way we got it directly. We don't have to. But how did you get it? She explaining well.
The number of cards changed by the same multiple, so the ratio that relates them is equivalent. It's still 5 to 2. How can you tell whether proportional reasoning will help?
Did you understand, girls, this question? Yes, Lee? Yeah. With this, you will have a clear idea how to do these type of questions. Now let us go to first question, that is page number. I'm opening interactive so that it's very clear for you. Now, after selling half of their card collections, you remember, after selling half, you know that Zishan was having 45 and Stephanie was having 18, right? Each buy new cards, each buy 9 new cards again. So what is the ratio of the number of Zishan has to number of Stephanie? It's actually 3:1. Because if you divide 45 and 18, if you divide 45 and 18 with your, what do you call as, change it, 9. Plus 9, you do plus 9, and you do plus 9. So when you do plus 9, this becomes 54, right? And 18 plus 9 becomes 27, right? So if I do ratio of 54 and 27, if I do ratio of 54 and 27, can you just check it with a calculator? What is 54 over 27? Calculator. 54 divided by 27. It's 2, right? It's 2. That means your answer is 2:1. Allah. Your answer is 2:1. Did you understand everything? Yeah. Enough if you write 2:1. And how did you get everything is explained up here? 1 minute. I'm checking here what all you have to write. You have to write this. Just make 45. This was half. And then later 9 we added because they say 9 new cards, okay? Understood?
Hello, miss?
Yes.
Oh, because your voice stopped, I couldn't hear anything.
Simple, you have to
But
finish.
while you're explaining, it cut.
Did you understand, Galia, today's class?
Yeah.
Galia,
But miss, while you're explaining, here when you were explaining right now, I didn't hear you because your voice cut.
really? I don't know. It was okay. Was it okay with Malak?
No, it's okay, but it cut and then it came back.
Okay. Maybe the connection problem. Can I erase it?
Yeah.
Yes, miss. Alia, why didn't you come yesterday? Try to come on meeting so that you can ask your questions, ask
My
your
mom
doubts.
forgot. My mom forgot.
Hmm?
She was not sure that we can come, so she forgot to get me.
Okay. Now we have a question. Can you read this, Malak?
Okay. A florist makes bouquets that include 50 white flowers and 7 red flowers.
You all like flowers? Do you like the bouquets and flowers? Yes, Malak?
Yeah.
She makes 50 white flowers. Okay, 50
and 7 red flowers.
Wow, and that's it. White, they are 50, and red, they are 7. Okay. Now,
And
if the
florist
1050 white flowers and 140 red flowers, they will be leftover flowers, right? You know, because like they make bouquets that include 50 white flowers and 7 red flowers. In one bouquet, you have 50 plus 7 red, okay? So if the florist orders 1050 and 140, because see, every time you're using 50, you will use 7, right? You will, for 50, you will use 7. So for 1000, see, for 50 white, I'm using 7 red. So for 1050 white, how many red you need? You know this, how I'm talking? 50 white, you have 7 red. For 1050 white, how many red you need? How do you do this? You divide 7 divided by 50 and you multiply 1050. How do I do this? Let me do with the calculator. Okay. First I do 7 divided by 50. Whatever answer I get, I multiply with 1050. So my answer is 147. How many red flowers I need, girls? For 1050, I need how many red flowers I need? I need 147 red flowers.
Yeah, so we need one.
How much did they order? They ordered only 140 red flowers. So don't you think so there is something wrong?
There's something wrong.
Instead of
7 flowers are missing.
How many? Yes. How many are missing?
7.
Okay. There are 7 red flowers. Okay. But he wants to adjust. How can he adjust? Don't you think so he can reduce this? Like,
yes.
He cannot buy more 7. So let us check the other way. Let us check the other way. Don't write. Wait a minute. Let us check the other way. For 140 red flowers. 1 minute. 1 minute. We'll check.
Maybe you can use 7 flowers and 8.
I will use the same thing. For 50 white flowers, he needs 7 red, right? So if he has 140 red, how many white he will need? Let us see that, because now we will adjust it. So it is same thing, 50 divided by 7 times 140. Did you understand what I'm doing? I'm checking the other way because I want to adjust. So when you divide,
1,000.
yes, when you divide with the calculator, when you divide 50 divided by 7,
Yeah, we will need only 1,000 white flowers and
you
will
multiply
be
with 140.
140.
So I get 1,000. That means, what will I do? I will, because I cannot buy more. He already ordered
Yeah,
it.
so
But I can adjust, right? What will
Yeah.
I do? I will use 1,000. I can just write here 1,000 white flowers, 1,000.
and 140 red flowers.
Yes. So you will
So
write
now
here,
they are
florist
equal.
can change. You can write here with me. The florist can change. Can you see here my handwriting? It's bad, but managed. Can change the number of flowers of flowers, number of white flowers, not only flowers. He will change the number of white flowers. He will change the number of white flowers. How did he change, girls? To 1,000. From 1,050, he changed to 1,000. And with this, he can make 20 bouquets. How did you get 20? Because one bouquet has 50 white and 7 flowers, right? One bouquet has how many? 57 flowers. One bouquet has 57 flowers. Or just, I will do the, girls, I will do up here. One bouquet has 57 flowers. So 1,020 bouquet has how many flowers? No. 1,000. They want how many bouquets? So it will be 1 over 57 times 1020. Are you able to understand, girls? It's complicated. It's not that easy. You have to find many things in one question. 1 divided by 57 multiply by 1020. So you get a 17, almost like 20 flowers, 20 bouquets. 1 minute.
So Miss, if they did 1,050 and 147, it would be 21
20 bouquets, yes.
right? Yes.
It did not ask us, but they're just, because we have an example up there. That's it, girls. Don't complicate it more. Leave it. If you have not written, leave it, girls. I'll just come back, girls. Malak and Ghalia,
Yes.
give me 5 minutes. I will just come. A recipe calls for 15 ounces of flour for every 8 ounces of milk. You know, for every 15 pounds, actually, it's 50 ounces of flour, you need 8 ounces of milk. This is flour, and this is milk. Is the relationship between ounce of flour and are they proportional? We will check here. Are they proportional or not? For every 15, they need 8 ounces of milk. So to check whether they are proportional or not, let us do y equal yes. It's yes, because let us check for 15 ounces, you need 8 ounces of milk. For 1 ounce of milk, you need how much? It will be, of course, 15 divided by 8. Anyways, yes, it is proportional. We can write, how do we write the equation if they ask us to write the equation? What is the proportional? Y equals 15 over 8. Am I correct? How did I get K? With 1 unit, you remember? Like 15 ounces is 8, so how much is 1? 1 is 15 over 8. So I just write 15 over 8x, which is proportional relationship. And this is proportional relationship. This is proportional relationship. Ghalia and Malak, listen to me. For 15 ounces, you get 8 ounces of milk. Like if you're using 15 ounces of flour, that time you need to use 8 ounces of milk. So for 1 ounce of milk, how many flour you will need? It's a proportional relationship that is 15 over 8. That's why I can write y equal to, for the unit you write as k and x. Now, they're asking you, if you use 15 ounces of milk, 15 ounces of flour is 8 ounces of milk. So 15 of milk will give you how much of flour? How do you do this, girls? For 15 ounces of flour, you know that in the question it's given, you use 8 milk, right? Now the B question is, if you use 15 ounces of milk, how much is the flour? This is the question. Look at the second one. If you use 15 milk, how much is the flour? So simple. Yes, because for 1, see here, because of 1. But here they're asking you 15 ounces of milk. So when I do this, if I use this and see the calculator, I get 15 divided by 8 equals 1.875. And then that my multiply, I get 28.125. What do I get? I get 28.125, or you can also write as 28. That is 1 over 8. If you divide this, you will get. If you divide 225 over 8, you will get this. 28, 1 over 8. Okay, girls? Any questions you have? That's it. I will continue tomorrow the same lesson. Any questions, Malak and Ghalia?
No.
No, miss.
Did you write it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Ghalia. Inshallah, see you all tomorrow. Malak and Pani.
Bye.
Okay, bye.